Hi, Leslie.
Hello, Joel.
Instead of two in review this week, we needed to change it up a little bit, didn't we? This is Two Jews Review. So we decided to get together, talk about our favorite shows we've been watching since March of 2020 through March of 2021, which is where we are now. Woohoo! And I have to say, Leslie, it's been a blur.
Palate cleanser episode, two-parter. Woo!
Palate, cleanser, clean it up.
This will be a two-parter episode.
Mm-hmm.
We will first discuss series that we've been watching that are unscripted. That is documentary series, docu-series, home makeover shows, reality competition shows, reality shows, all of it. And I can't wait to share and also hear what you've been watching and see if we hate each other or love each other for it.
So there won't be any fuck yes or fuck no's here. It's all just sharing. Why don't I go first? I'm going to give you one of my top favorites. It's an oldie. It's been on for 13 seasons, but it just warms my heart every time I see it. It's RuPaul's Drag Race. It is, it's like eating cotton candy on a summer afternoon at the... at a carnival for me. I've watched every single one and all the All-Stars. What can I say? It got me through the pandemic. Have you ever watched it, Leslie?
Okay, I keep meaning to.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. So
it's around the world. I can't believe it.
I'm sorry. I apologize for not watching one of your favorite shows.
Well, fine.
Have you ever dressed in drag for Halloween?
I don't think I've ever done drag for Halloween. Oh, yes, I have. What am I talking about? I dress as Mildred all the time.
I just want to say you're welcome to everyone watching. That was for you.
So enough about me. Let's talk about you. Give me one of your favorites, Leslie.
All right. Here's what saved me in my reality competition space for the year.
Okay.
Big Brother.
I love Big Brother. What are you talking about? Yes!
Yes! Joel, wasn't it kind of fascinating to watch them during a pandemic?
Yes.
Shoot the series?
Yeah.
This went on during the election.
It did.
This went on during crazy political and world news was breaking. They didn't know if their families were safe. They didn't know what was going on.
Sorry about that.
Bless you, Joey. So yeah, they were in this house during the most charged time in history, but competing with each other as everything was fine, everybody, we're fine.
Big Brother is one of my favorites as well. I love that.
Now, Joel, we're going to have to cove you. Now we know we're going to have to watch some times together.
I think we will.
You know what would be fun?
What?
As we reveal more of our reality competition shows,
yes.
Anyone who's down to cove you with us, anyone, we can do something on live. We can do something where we start to cove you with fans and friends. So just putting it out there.
I love it. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Totally. Totes. Speaking of reality competition shows, I adore American Idol. Okay. Out of the singing competitions, I know it's been on for a gazillion years. I've been watching since Kelly Clarkson, all the way from day one.
A moment like this. I watch American Idol too.
Oh yeah.
Panic attack because I almost forgot my favorite.
Which one?
This goes ahead of all others. The Great British Bake Off.
Seriously, I tried to watch it. I really couldn't get into it. I just felt like they were just so...
It's just so comforting, and they're so nice to each other, and it's shot, I believe, on film, and it's just, Bread Week.
If you have not watched Somebody Feed Phil, have you watched that?
Yes, I have.
Love Phil Rosenthal. He was the creator of Everyone Loves Raymond. He is so funny. I've never seen such a skinny guy eat so much food and not get sick.
Now, you know that I'm obsessing over a particular, what people would think is only a food show. I think you know I am, which is Stanley Tucci Searching for Italy on CNN. I feel like I am going on a journey through Italy with Stanley Tucci, learning so much about every region and the foods. And oh my God, it is so fun. It's a giant hug. And yes, it's making me so hungry. It's a hug.
For me, I'm a big fan of like Dream Home Makeover with the McGee's. Yes. Have you watched that with Shay and Sid McGee? Is it McGee?
No.
McGee? You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh my God. Dream Home Makeover. This is on Netflix. This is a Netflix show. They're a couple based in Utah, and they do like home design, remakeover, stuff like that. But what's so cool about it is they show you their own home, like family stuff, and then also the stuff that they're doing for their makeovers. And there's just something fun about Shay and Sid in there and their interaction with each other. Trust me, if you haven't seen it, girl, go see it. You'll like it. There is one show that I absolutely was all about, watched like every episode as fast as I could. Stylish with Jenna Lyons was everything to me. Like, she came from like 27 years working at J. Crew as like their creative director. And then she went on to do fashion and home design. And like her and her gay friend and this other woman who has been working with her for years, like set off to find the next like protege. And it is a little bit of a competition show, but she is so fucking fantastic. It's just like, she's just amazing to watch.
Joel, I have a lot of shows in the space, but I'd rather bring up a show that's a blend of home design and other things. Queer Eye.
Oh my God, that's on my list as well. I love Queer Eye.
Of course it is.
Of course I do. But I would be remiss if a gay man doesn't like Queer Eye. You got to be crazy. But I'm sure there are plenty of gay men out there who don't like Queer Eye, but of course, I'm a gay man. Of course, I know
many straight men who are obsessed with this, and oh my God, I was so grateful to have new episodes to watch in the last year. Just go watch if you haven't watched it, and fuck you if you have no interest. And if you've had interest and you want to watch the next season with us, let's go.
Okay, so in the vein of like the Real Housewives, I don't know if you have watched Bling Empire on Netflix. It's the Asian version of the Real Housewives, and it is delicious. I'm gonna say delicious.
What is it? Say it again for everybody at home.
It's called Bling Empire, and if you are not hooked, I was just like, this is everything to me too. I was like, this is so addictive.
Segue into docuseries. Let's talk about everyone and anything the Tiger King, shall we?
Tiger King. I think that started literally right as COVID hit. So it was just like this wild, weird, funky ass. I have to tell you, Leslie, growing up in Florida myself, it didn't really shock me. Some of it didn't shock me so much. It kind of felt like old home week in Florida.
You know, there's 2 scripted series coming. I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that.
2 scripted series, or if it's like one is going to be a feature, one's going to be scripted show. We'll see, but I have a feeling 2022 is going to bring us more gifts from Tiger King.
Nice. Can't wait. Woo-hoo.
Woo! Tiger King.
Tiger King. A docu-series that I watched, I think you'd call it a docu-series, was McMillions on the McDonald's game piece thing. Did you watch that at all?
No, what's happening right now? What are you talking about? Why? I don't even know what you're talking about.
You've never even heard of McMillions?
No, what the hell are you talking about?
It's on HBO or HBO Max. That's where I watched it.
Excuse me. I got to write this down.
Write it down. McMillions, it's called. So there's this whole thing. I'm not going to go into it too much. So McDonald's had the Monopoly game that they used to play all the time.
Yeah.
And there's a big old scandal and a big old documentary about the scandal. That's all I'm going to say. You go watch it, Leslie, and come back to me. I think you'll be hooked off the first episode and be watching all of them.
I'm so excited. Let me tell you, the whole reason I got HBO Max was because of Class Action Park. Did you watch that?
No.
Okay. So being that I grew up in New Jersey, there was a theme park called Action Park, which, P.S. everybody, I went to Fat Camp, okay? And at Fat Camp, our field trip was to take the kids to Action Park, okay? So Camp Shame.
I'm sorry, wait a second. Did you say Camp Shame or Shane?
Same thing. Anyway, back to Action Park. So it was the most dangerous water park you could ever imagine. And I've been on some of those water slides, and I remember coming out being like, I just smashed my head on the top of the raft. I might drown, but let's go do it again. This docuseries was all about the Class action suits that happened because there were deaths at Action Park.
What?
And they kept the park open. And there were scandals and they hid stuff. It's gone now. But I highly recommend it. But if you're from Jersey or the tri-state area, I really recommend it.
What network is it on?
HBO Max.
Love it. Tell me what other docu-series are you watching, because I don't have any others.
Buckle up and get out a pencil. The Last Dance. On ESPN. What?
What?
This is probably my top docu-series of the year.
Really?
So this story is of Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls, during their last season together. Now, okay.
Well,
during that slice of time, I know you're going to think, Leslie, I'm not into basketball. Is that what you're about to say to me?
Sorry, I got bored for a second. I don't do sports, so I just took a little
I'm telling you don't need to do sports, because what happened in Michael Jordan's life, his addictions to gambling, it unravels everything. And we learn all about how certain key players were way underpaid. So I think this is one of the best docuseries, and they've been holding it for decades. You need to savor it, like one episode every 2 weeks, because it's a short docuseries. And if you love sports, or you love the Bulls, or you were into athletics at all during this time, take your time with it, because it's all you got.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay, Joel.
Yeah.
The Vow
The
on
who?
HBO. Do you not know The Vow? What?
I do not know it.
Excuse me, everyone. I believe Joel sometimes is under a rock. He's under a rock.
I'm not always under a rock. I just don't always watch everything on HBO.
But how do you not know about Nexium and the scandal of Nexium?
I don't know. Nexium, the pill for your stomach, Nexium?
Okay, so Nexium was a self-help organization, kind of like people think they're doing a self-help, like Landmark, which used to be Est. No, and what was interesting about Keith Raniere is that he was so self-obsessed. He's making a documentary of himself, kind of the way Tiger King was. So he has recordings of everything and video of everything, and a filmmaker who was involved, because he thought he was like godly, like Jesus, saving people. The whole time, there was a secret sex cult that he controlled. As this is being released, they're in the court system in New York State right now. You can follow along in real time as what's happening. At the same time, another series was released called Seduced on Stars, which is another reality docuseries of the mother trying to get her daughter out of the sex cult.
Wow.
Okay, so as I said, docuseries, yeah. And I have one more for you.
Okay, one more, go.
Athlete A. It had to do with the gymnastics, sexual assaults.
Oh, I watched it too. Oh yeah, that was rough. Rough.
There are docu-series that I think are just really important to watch, to educate ourselves, to learn about what happened.
Yeah.
This was so fearless and brave of these young women to come forward. It was shocking how much their parents didn't know, and they were right there. Right there. In the room with them. It's uncomfortable, but they were brave. This took a serious dive right now on us, I know, but like it's a painful watch and a must watch.
I do have one more thing I need to say.
That's okay.
The Rachel Maddow show, and I know we're not talking really news, but I have to talk about the Rachel Maddow show because I watch it every single day during the week. She's on at 9 on MSNBC. She keeps it real. She keeps it funny. She's very warm and endearing, and that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
And you know what? Along those lines, Stephen Colbert, love him. So that's my new late night favorite person.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, thank you, Leslie, for joining me for Two Jews Review, our favorite unscripted TV series from March 2020 to March 2021. Yay!
Yay, we did part one.
We did part one.
And guess what? We're both Jews.
We're both Jews watching shows. Yay, yay, yay. All right, Leslie. I'll see you next week.